you have like it's like a kid's bedroom almost.
You think so? I mean, I thought the
I
Tarantino
like it.
stuff would be.
I like it.
They're gonna be very confused, but my room is Tarantino themed, and yeah, I just kind of. I don't know. I thought it was just something to do. It was something that I just came up with on the spot really quick and was like, oh.
No, I mean I love Tarantino's like my favorite. It's just this is such a stupid thing to comment on because nobody else can see it. He's got a Kill Bill poster, a Death Proof poster, Pulp Fiction, Once Upon a Time.
And then
you need a
Pulp Fiction
the best Tarantino movies, Reservoir Dogs. So you need a Reservoir Dogs. Well, I like Hateful Eight.
Well, it's kind of an opinionated thing.
No, see, my opinions are 100. If I have it, it turns to fact. Right. You see, dude, that's the thing. You never had a genius on yet.
Yeah. I need somebody.
First off, I prefer.
First off, Pac, nobody can beat Pac, man. Come on, bro.
I don't know many Tupacs. I hate when people are like, they're like, what rapper you like? And they're like, man, it's between Tupac and Biggie. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You never listen to. You don't know. You know. Yeah. Well, it's just like you don't know any song. Like it's not a cool thing to say. Also, you wanted me to have water so bad.
Yeah.
Because I talk a lot, but I'm just gonna chug this and have to piss. It was a bad move.
Oh damn, bro! I forgot you got.
I'm not good at sipping stuff. I'm
not
good at. Dude, I have a baby's bladder. I'm not good at sipping stuff. I have like slight autism, so I don't know where to look, and I feel like weird, so I'm never looking.
No, you don't look anywhere. You can look straight ahead. You know how Matt Hart is.
Don't
Matt
like just a blind guy, just like. What do blind guys' eyes do?
I don't know.
Do they like still dart? Do blind guys' eyes dart?
That's why they got those sunglasses. They keep us guessing.
No, because they're like, oh, the blind guys do it because people just go up to them like, yo, can you put? It's fucking gross. It's like, it's all like. Have you ever seen a movie, the guy who can't see, but they're like, that guy tells the future or something, and then his like eyes all fucked up?
That's Raven.
Yeah, well, that guy, they're just like that culture. You have to be nice to that guy, but in America, you're just like, yo, put some fucking. Go Daredevil with shades, because you look.
Yeah, bro. You're throwing people off.
I just don't want to know what Stevie's wondering, dude. He fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like I don't know. The eyes are like they're wacky.
Bro, yeah, he ain't just thinking about keys, bro. He's thinking about kids. I bet.
Damn, dude, I should have went after deaf people.
Yeah.
Not fucking.
I mean,
blind people. This is a podcast, so like all blind people can do is listen.
What's worse?
To be blind or deaf?
Or who's more? Fuck it, dude. Who's more annoying? Like who do you
Who's
see?
more annoying?
Who do you see and you're like more disgusted by?
You can't. You first off, we're not getting. I don't want to get controversial. I don't have like an opinion. You're asking weird questions, but who do I?
Man, like who? Okay, I'm not saying that you.
First, you gotta get the clamps, so we hold it because it is so stupid. We're just holding these like this.
Dude, you're.
And then I move my hand.
Multi-million-dollar YouTube channel.
I know it's not a multi-million-dollar anything. You just need, dude.
Bro.
First off, you don't have to say you don't run a multi-million-dollar anything. I'm in your room, dude. I'm in your room in your grandmother's chairs.
Yeah, it really is.
I know, dude. I know. All of the shit you own is from a dead relative.
It really is.
I mean, you think that you?
Bro,
how old are you? Are you 20?
Yeah, I'm like 20.
Okay, you're
basically.
21, 19?
19.
You're 19. See,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I mean, I hate when people are like, oh, like people are like, dude, you're so young. Like it doesn't matter.
Gabe Bickford, he was the first time, like one of the first times I met him, he was like, it was like when I think we were talking to Aya actually, and then Aya was like, Cole, what does your apartment look like? And then Gabe was like, his mattress is on the fucking floor, Aya. He does not have an option.
Yeah, you do have a.
Bro, I got it's lifted up, dog.
Well, first off, if it is, it's not lit.
I gotta step up already.
You should get a shorter comforter if you want people to know that it's off the floor. It's like
I really should, but it's
I can't tell it's off the floor.
I hugged it up against the wall so I'd have more space for this.
You think that I thought a 19-year-old kid bought wooden furniture for his bedroom with the glass counter, with this glass bullshit, dude? I don't own anything glass, and it's because I know I'm a moron.
Bro, that's retirement glass.
First, I hate old people. I hate that like. I hate old people furniture. Not like aesthetically, but it's like always the heaviest shit that's ever existed. You ever to help somebody old move? they're just like, yeah, can you lift that table? And you're like, yeah, I can. And you just like rips your shoulder out of socket. You're like, what the fuck is this made of?
It's not even. It's
yeah,
like
it's
they carved a tree.
It's
man.
wood plated. It's lead under. It's lead underneath. It's like the dumbest fucking.
It's gotta be sturdy.
That's funny though. You have a globe like you're a genius.
That was donated by Iomerer. Yeah,
really?
I like to look at it and ponder. Yeah.
This isn't interesting, but I heard that Africa. Oh, damn! You got a bigger Africa than most people. I feel like.
Really?
I think so.
What, do they shrink that bitch down?
It just for like scale or something like that. Like the U.S. proportion. This is not interesting. Proportionally is so much. Like this isn't close to scale.
You're bullying me for being a smart guy, and then you start dissecting this globe like a fucking
This isn't. I'm not dissect. This is I'm just like a bird. Like some guy said this to me recently, or I heard a guy. So then you're just like you know how parrots are just like say shit that whatever the last guy was talking about.
Exactly,
It's like parrots have opinions.
Yeah.
They're just talk. That's just what I am. I just am like fuck. Unless you're talking to me about Reservoir Dogs.
Dude.
I did talk to somebody about. You like Harry Potter?
No, I don't.
All right. Well,
Fuck,
fucking
my bad.
my bad, dude.
Nosedive that
Well,
conversation.
no, I mean I was just like somebody was saying something to me about Harry. Like they were like, "What's the best Harry?" I was like, "The fucking fourth one or the third one." And he was like, "Fourth one? That's a noob opinion." I was like, "It's not It's not an opinion.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
100% fact. There's the most
We already
dragons."
covered that in Cole McKinney's podcast.
Yeah.
episode.
That's so funny. That's so funny because I would not have been confident in what your last name was.
Oh damn, bro! Is that dude?
You know my last name?
Yeah, of course, man. Meehan, dog.
All right. I don't know. I'm not good with it's crazy
easy
that
to
I know.
remember.
I'll be honest. It's nice that I know your first name, and that's not an insult or like anything. I just don't know name. Like sometimes
No.
see somebody that I am friends with, and I don't know their name, and it's just like it's too deep.
Right.
So then I'm like, if anybody I know starts walking towards me, and I'm with a person I have to leave before they get, so I don't have to introduce the other person.
Right.
Just be like, I say your name so. My barber taught me a good trick though one time, and I honestly think he taught me a trick while he used it on me. He was like, yeah, like if you forget someone's name, because I hadn't been to my barber for a while. Then I come back. And he was like, oh, and he was like, yo, you know what you do? You go like this, like, what's your name? And I'm like, Marcus. And then he's like, no, not your first name, your last name, dude. And then you're like, oh, and then you totally don't know his first name. And then I was like, oh, that's sick. And then I was like, wait, I think he just fucking did it on me while teaching me the trick. It's like,
damn, bro.
it's like next level.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
A step ahead. Black guy, I guess. Sorry, my bad. We'll cut that part out.
No, you don't have to cut it out. It's just funny to be like black guy, perhaps. Why? Because he's
I don't know. It just seemed like a trick you'd learn on the other
It's
side.
smooth. It's smooth. It was smooth. Are you from a white ass part of Texas?
Yeah, East Texas, man.
It's funny you like so much hip
the
hop.
town beside me has a clan. Yeah, the town beside me has a clan.
That's nuts.
Yeah, exactly. They're still kicking it.
I'm from New York, so like upstate New York, but that's not like. I mean, there's white trash and shit. Like I feel like I'm white trash, but there's like. New York's weird. You can like drive. You'll be in the city or you'll be in.
Yeah, dude. It like stops at Jovan off Zolly, and then that's where white trash.
You'll be in the
stops.
boonies. Like you could be in the boonies like 40-minute drive. You'll be in downtown Albany, or 40 minutes away. You'll be in just. I don't know, Hickville.
Mineola, Texas.
Yeah, class. Dude, I drove here. It was 26 hours almost a year ago.
Oh damn, bro!
I drove here from New York. It was
doing,
26
bro?
hours. I did it in 2 days.
Shipped through FedEx,
I'm
bro.
so poor. You think I should have shipped my life through FedEx?
Yeah,
I had to
exactly,
fill my car with everything. You have a cat too.
Yeah, I do, bro. I had to fake a mental disorder to get that, man.
I don't think you need to fake it. What do you have to? How do you have to fake it?
Shoot, podcast episode
You just have to
with
drool
my
when the
bedroom.
landlord comes by. You just gotta like.
No, it's just, I think everybody just kind of fakes it. I chose the white girl technique, and I was just kind of like
Service animal?
anxiety. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I said that I had anxiety.
That's so pussy.
Yeah, it
Not
really
that you're a
is.
pussy. It's just like funny that that's like acceptable.
Yeah,
And what?
anxiety.
Dude, cats aren't like they don't help with anything. They're just
Oh,
like
no,
cat.
they make things
first,
worse.
You know, it's so hard to. First off, if a cat pisses on anything, Your net worth
Yeah, it
is
smells like your grandma.
1/10 of what it was. It just smelled. Well, not my grandma, dude. You don't know what my grandma smelled like. Your Texas Boonies clan grandma maybe smelled like. That makes more sense that she would smell like cat piss. You don't know what my grandma. My grandma smelled like
Roses.
like fucking
Or
nice,
fucking racism.
nice cooking and iced tea. No, my grandma. They had a pool that was large for an adult, so we would swim over there. We learned to swim in it. We were like, it's basically fucking Lake Erie. It was like we thought it was the biggest thing ever. And she would give us iced tea, and it was just, dude, it was half a glass of straight sugar, and we were like, why is it so good? And just be like, my mom would like,
Dude, grandma was the hookup. Sounds like.
my grandma bought us so many toys, but not like like rich kids get toys, and it's like. You meet a kid that like just like a week where nothing special's happening, and they get like one of those cars that's like has the battery and drive. You ever see like a kid with, and it's like, is it your birthday?
Yeah,
when you what are you,
man.
21? Is this your fucking? This is a like we never got gifts like that. Like kids. I just know kids that would be like, yeah, I got like every third birthday would get a gift that special. Then you're just like, there's a kid that gets like the greatest thing ever. My grandma would get like straight Chinese lead gifts that were like. Yeah, the paint will make you blind way young, like super young, but it's going to be fun for this afternoon. We'd like play with
my grandma
beehives.
just had like a bucket of fucking toys, dog. Like,
dude, my same
grandma from the 80s.
Same grandma. My grandpa just had a bucket, and it was just the piss bucket, which I have not thought of in a while. But like, it was out by the pool and like behind the patio. It was just like weird that, dude. I haven't thought about that in so long, and how disgusting and not normal it is. Just a bucket, like you'd get out of the pool, you go piss in the bucket. But I'm like, that's nuts. Like we could have just, like, it's less gross to piss in the yard. I mean, I guess there's probably a better chance our little boy dick would be like exposed to a neighbor. But my grandpa had to. Why would you want? Well, it's no, it's disgusting, dude. You just have a bunch of, dude. Now
there's a camera over there at least, dog.
There's like a thing where I heard like a myth about like I don't look into anything, so if I hear something I'm like that's cool. That's
it's true.
I don't. True. I hate people that are like actually you're like shut the fuck. What are you like? What are you? You're a search engine. Like I don't.
Why you moved to Austin.
That Texas. It's not. It's
the place for misinformation.
Dude, I don't care about it. None of the shit I learn is harmful. I'm not like out here debating. Like anytime I have such a big ego too, so like. I'm trying to not. I hate when people work on themselves. It's so annoying.
Oh, for real.
People get like sweaters and shit. And
yeah,
like, I've had. There's a lot of. I don't like the word trauma. It's so big. Like, you are hot. You're not. This trauma you've gone. Shut the fuck up. Like,
dude, people start working out because like to help with mental health. Dude, you gotta start working out for like the schizophrenic thought of you're gonna fight somebody tomorrow.
There's gotta be.
Like, that's what I work out for.
Wait, say it again.
Like,
working out.
You're just like, dude, somebody's gonna try and fight me, man. I know somebody, and nobody's gonna fight you though. But it's just like
I do the thing.
Somebody's going to.
Dude, I had a dream that there's these two kids on Down syndrome with 2 kids on Down syndrome. I'm on this app. There's these 2 kids on TikTok that have Down syndrome, and they're chefs. And for whatever reason, I had a dream that they got drunk and tried to break into our apartment, and they kept murdering my cousin. So like that, like that. Like everybody else is like closes their eyes for like a good night's sleep and to get well rested. I literally, and I've never had a dream like this. It kept restarting. So it would just be me like trying to convince these guys it wasn't their apartment. And like they already have Down syndrome and they're blasted. So then I would just look through the people, and then they'd start pulling up a gun like a cartoon, like so revealing it, and they'd slide it through the door like it was the first thing you see. And they were so strong in the dream, and they would just every single time they just blow one of my the closest person to me just blow his fucking head off, and I'd see him dead. The only victory my cousin was already dead, and I think maybe I got the gun in one of the iterations of the same and then like. I think I shot one of them in the head, but I was like, I don't feel good. I killed a guy with a drunk kid with Down syndrome, and my cousin's dead. And then I just like woke up, and it's like, all right, I gotta start. Like I wake up, like I honestly think I'm more tired after a full night's sleep. The amount of dreams I have that make no sense, and then I wake up and I'm like in a position that's just like. like an exorcism movie. Like I swear to God, sometimes,
Defending yourself.
dude, I swear, because I know I can't sleep. My shoulders, I just am like, I never stretch in my life, and I've been like, let's put up my max bench. When I started growing up, just like working out, and I swear, I've just torn every like joint and ligament that's like important for the rest of your life, and now I'm like, I gotta get better health insurance. I need MRI, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I sleep, dude. I sleep. You thought I needed water. I sleep. I swear to God, I've woken up with my dick on the mattress and my chest facing the ceiling.
Oh my God.
I've just been like, ugh, and then like,
what were you doing in that dream?
dude, I don't know what happens.
Those drunk Down syndrome kids are getting to you, bro. Damn.
Every night's a battle.
How
And
did
then
you tell that they were drunk? I feel like the Down syndrome would kind of
Dude, they
cover
were-
it up a little bit.
No, they were shit faced. They're not my neighbors either. I don't know. That's the question. Like,
But it was so believable. It's like, oh, what the
it was
fuck
so
did these
hard.
guys move?
But then it was also like, it's a nightmare because it like started off like as a like, oh guy. Like it started off like, oh like I don't know what it is. I think if I keep having dreams about somebody breaking into the house, and I think it's because the last thought I have before I finally fall asleep is, did I lock the deadbolt? And then I'm just unconscious, and then it's just like some weird rowdy dream of me battling, and then I just wake up tired.
No, I had this dream where my friend's cousins were. My friend was teaching his cousins how to recycle. And I just remember like watching it and being so just envious and just wishing that I learned how to recycle as a kid. And then I woke up and then I was like, why did I care so much about that?
I just want you to know that dream is so much worse than the dream I just told you about.
That is so,
Dude.
bro, I'm trying to keep this flowing.
Dude, you're a whole adult. Like you could go to jail for murder and be tried as an adult. And out of your whole life, the one dream you told me about is
That one was
recycling.
recent. It was recent, bro.
It was recent.
But it was
Okay,
like,
okay.
But no, it's just like growing up.
If that
in
was
my
like your,
small
if that was your
town.
go-to, this is the wildest dream. You did not have much going on in
No,
your town.
dude, growing
How many
up
people are in your
in
town?
a small town. No, it was like recycling was such a sin, though.
That is
Like,
weird. That's
yeah,
weird.
People just look so down.
So
upon
like you
it.
never grew up like feeling bad if you like would you be with someone and they just be like finish a beverage and just be
Yeah,
like
they just throw shit out the window.
would they
like,
toss out the ground? Like you ever been walking and then somebody's been like and then just like ditched to Arizona like
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's like I grew up in the Trump era, so like everyone is just like looking for ways to trigger liberals, right? So like everyone's like drinking Arizonas and just chunking them out, like man,
That's
fuck
not-
the liberals, but like, bro, it's only
That's what it was.
conservatives around, dog. Like, you're just like
Yeah, okay,
you're not
okay.
making anybody angry
Because you
Everyone's
started
just
talking about, I was like, I don't know anything about politics, and I'm not gonna go. But that is so, I don't. That's like just as pussy as saying you have trauma, though. Like to be like I thought that you came from a place that didn't really just like no one recycles. Like like it's just like you were from. I thought you were from a small place in Texas with like 9 people, and nobody's ever really thought about it. Because anybody smart just moved and never taught anything.
No. Everyone just accumulated in this one spot to just.
But like,
to get out of
it's
the city
mad
but
dumb
made a
to
city.
not recycle because of politics. You're just like,
Yeah.
But it's like, but also you're just throwing trash like, and it's like got him, and it's like got who, dude? This
Yeah.
is your lawn, like
You got that fucking
you got your
possum that's
yeah,
choking on
you
that
got
lid.
yourself, dude. You're gonna have. You have garbage in your neighborhood, you fucking idiot. Yo, I'm not mowing my lawn this month. You're like, what are you talking? What are your these stances make no fucking sense. It's like
Was that political?
I don't know. It's just like there are people on both sides that are just like the same person, but on the like, it's like you're also fucking dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're just doing it. You're just doing the not. You're doing the redneck version of dumb as shit, and they're doing the liberal version of dumb as shit. It's stupid. That's
Oh,
stupid.
dude, they love
how many?
littering.
Did you live in a town that was like, they like count how many people are in it? Like that's like a thing. Like is that kind of Texas town? Like you know how like they're like, yo, there's a town like 2 hours away that's got like 400 people, and you're like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they took that shit pretty seriously. I mean, like, I remember people would talk about what was on the sign, but I never really.
Oh, there
cared
was a
about it.
sign.
Yeah. Like
What was the number? You have any idea about you had a population sign? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's not.
yeah.
That's not like if your town has like a normal amount of people in it, and they don't count. They're not like. They're not like a baby's born and
they
then
don't
some
give
guy whose whole career is to change the number.
There was
Dude,
no
that
research
sucks,
job.
dude. It's only good if you add the number. Fucking a solemn day when you gotta subtract someone.
Yeah, exactly.
One of your members.
Just as the funeral procession's passing by, somebody just pulls over.
That's
and
pretty
gets
stupid. You think that if a guy everyone hated died, they'd like gather around to watch the number go down?
They drop it by 2,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Woo! Fuck that. No, honestly, the most disrespect, not drop the number.
Oh, yeah, right.
You didn't even count, bro.
Yeah, he's still paying taxes. Fuck him.
Get his social security. Just get collected.
But yeah, I never cared enough to read the sign, dog. It wasn't that big though. It was like a few.
You don't
thousand.
have a. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I just want a ballpark. Like,
a ballpark.
Like if you were like it's 17,500, I'd be like, that sounds like a lot. But if you were like,
it does.
2,000,
but it was a few thousand.
You were like a community college as your. That was everyone.
Yeah, my community college was the population. Yeah.
Was there
same type of education?
How many people went to your high school?
I graduated with like 115 in my class.
I don't know if that's that small. That's
yeah,
still
exactly.
like.
It's
I went to a
3A,
Catholic school for a little while to like before middle school, and everyone in the grade was like fucking maybe 15 people for a little while. So it was just every year you just have the same people, and I liked the people, but like if you went to school and hated you, everybody you just had to go forever like that. Exactly. But I eventually went to public school, terrible, bro. And I completely was just I was so. Catholic school, I never swore, and then I went to public school, and everybody's just dirty and a piece of shit, and then I was just like a sailor after that.
Yeah, going back to that thing where like the next town over has 400 in it. Yeah, one of my friends went to a town that had like 400 people, and the school graduated with like 10 people in the graduating class, and he was like, "There's no fights ever because nobody has the opportunity to start beefing with each other."
Yeah, I mean, you fight like it's you because then you're thinking about the guy you fought or like.
Or you're just like sitting next to him all day, I would think, bro. It's just
you got to find common ground eventually.
Exactly, because you think about that, bro. It's like that's like 2 people to a classroom, bro.
It's so stressful.
Like you're just sharing a room with them for 45 minutes a day, dog.
That's just homeschool. They had a building for that? 2 people in a class?
Yeah, bro.
That's a waste of a building, honestly.
Yeah.
It should be a TCBY.
Shoot that bitch up or burn it down, dog.
You just have anything else. You just have a Chipotle could have been there. I would drive by, like, this building could have been anything. My mom could have taught us. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's a waste of a building.
Yeah, but I mean, what was growing up in Albany like? I mean, what was?
I'm from outside of Albany, so like I just say Albany because it's like it's the fucking it's the state capital, baby. NY. Shout out to fucking the places in New York that no one respects. Yeah. Albany. Shout out Buffalo.
I think people just don't even think they're real, though, man.
I mean, I hate the arrogance of people that are like, when they're like, that's like, people are like, you're from
city, man.
I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're from Long Island, dude. they couldn't, like you morons couldn't even come up with a name. Yeah. You just said where you were.
Hey, look at that.
Yo,
it's like kind of,
I'm from actually Big Rock. Like shut the, what are you talking about? Like, that's like being from a place called Large Field. That's the dumbest fucking name ever. How dare you have arrogance towards me? You're like, this is New York, baby. It's like, you are a fucking mile long. Eat my ass for days, dude. To act like
people talk about that Paris syndrome where you go to Paris and it's like it's all been hyped up, but New York syndrome, I feel like there's no way you can just hype that place up. I feel like it just sounds terrible.
New York?
Every time somebody tries to make it sound good, it's still like, okay, what does that smell like?
I'll tell you exactly when anybody in New York loves New York. Yeah. And anybody can move to New York. It doesn't make any sense. This room would cost $9 million.
Yeah.
I honestly have never watched the show Friends because I lived in New York City and I resent the fact that no one has stress about rent.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, yeah, we live in this fucking. It's like, dude, that building, like,
for real.
where is it? Is it in? I haven't watched. I don't know. Is it in downtown Manhattan, dude? You guys, your dad's paying for this shit. Like, don't act like I'm not relating to any of you. I hate all. They're just like. And then Friends also is like, I've never seen it. I don't know how I'm gonna have an opinion on it, but I feel like that's the type of thing where just like that has ruined friendships with girls. Because I have like 4 girlfriends and none of them I want to fuck. But I think a lot of guys think that you could just like, you're like, I'm just gonna be friends with this girl till she realizes she loves me. It's like you just waste your life. It's like, dude, girls know if they want to, if they like, you know, you're gonna wait till she goes through 9 boyfriends, and then eventually she's just like,
Super Patrice O'Neal, but yeah, they know what they're doing, man. Like they know what they're fucking. Yeah, they know what they want.
I don't know how that was too Patrice O'Neal. You just said they
I just
know.
mean like the conversation and how we're about to start getting into. No, look, a woman's job is to fuck a man, and a man's job is to fuck other women. That's the only positions they have.
Dude, I wasn't gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
I just was talking about Friends and how it's stupid, and then you got me going on New York City. New York City, I don't know. My friend, if I was mean, I don't know. No, fuck that. I hate it. I can't get over the fact that you're like, yo, I want to go 1 mile, and they're like, all right, that could take fucking an hour and a half. You're like, what are you talking about, dude? I could do it on a skateboard in 7 minutes. What are you saying? I ran track, dude. You should not be so the hardest thing to traverse ever. You're just like,
yeah, they shouldn't have cars there, dog.
I don't. Just car. It would be sick. They were like, no more cars in New York, and just like a horse.
Yeah.
It reeks of piss. It's like Times Square. You're like, what am I, a moth?
Yeah.
I literally went to Times Square. I was like, oh, you gotta just like, if you're not taking pictures, it doesn't make any sense to be there. You're like, sick. Oh my god, thank God I came to New York for a Champ Sports. You're like, there's not even stores that you can't get anywhere. There's like,
for real, it's like Bubba Gump
if you're rich as fuck and you love shopping, or you're like, if your job's to be someone's wife, and you get cheated on, then that's cool. If you're just like get cat, but if you're like, I was literally like 20 years old in New York City, broke, and I also didn't appreciate any nature. Like I didn't appreciate. I hated it. I was just like, I don't take photo. I would never post anything. My camera sucked. I would be like, yo, check out this blurry ass photo of a place you've seen with 9 million megapixels. Everywhere else, it's a better photo. I'm like, yo, you got to see my interpretation of it. Just like I have a greasy lens. It's just
photography is so. Oh, it's so
photography.
Like I've seen photography.
Photography.
I've seen a flower like 300 times in my life.
You got Vietnamese images. Yo, this photography is pho. Yeah, I just like it made no. I was like, like for some reason you're like, I'm going to New York. I gotta go to Times Square, and then you're like, based off of all the things I like, it makes no sense. It just smells like. Honestly, it would smell nicer if you had just like an ass in your face as like a mask to stop the smell. It's the worst shit on the planet.
I wonder. Okay, I don't know if it fell or not. It doesn't look.
If
like
what
it,
fell?
Does it look like it's still captioned? The angle look right?
Dude, I don't know, but you know what? You can just check it out to make sure, dude.
Oh my god, hold on.
Oh, that's what you're worried about.
Scared.
All right, dude.
Alright, shit, hold up.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, dude.
But, yeah, I've never been to New York. I don't know if I want to go.
I mean, it's for, if you just don't go if you're broke or like I lived there and just was trying to do stand up and going to school for engineering, and it just was the worst combination of things ever. Yeah. None of my friends moved there until everybody I went to a community college, so 2 years. Everybody else goes to regular college, so they have 2 more years at school. So my second half of college, I go to New York City. No one I know lives there. Yeah. And then I'm just like trying to do stand up and trying to do engineering. And I was like, I hate engineering. The stand up I was like not doing much of, and was just like, it's so fucking expensive here. I fucking hate my life.
No, I've kind of been living like that. Except in Austin,
here?
Texas. Yeah, it's very, very. It's just expensive, and like I need to start doing more stand up more often now.
Do whatever. I mean, just do whatever you like. I would always, I don't know. I just hated my.
Head, bro. Thanks for preaching.
My bad. Yeah. That's game. I would just lay in my bed and watch videos, and then by the end of the day, I was like, I did nothing, and then I was like, I hate my life. So that was pretty.
No, I've kind of I'm bad about that. It's way too, because it's just like the information age, dude. It's just right there, man. Like I could just sit on YouTube all day on my phone.
The information age, the fucking lack of information I get from looking at my phone, is just negative. You know what I get? You know what I get? You know what I go. Wow, I didn't leave the house today. That's the worst shit ever. It's like But like I didn't like.
Watch some dude talk about Minecraft lore.
Yeah, they recommend you the dumb shit that they trick you into watching. So it's like this weird. It's not like I'm not watching dense information. Like that shit's like that. If they kept recommending it to me, they would. But they just recommend me the easy shit that tricks me. It's like you want to watch a guy eat 5 different tacos from 5 different places that you don't even like any of them. Like what the fuck? Like I don't even like Mexican food. I'm like,
it's not even a taco. That's just meat and cheese on a grill.
Yeah, dude, it's bread folded. Weird. There's just so many things. I'm not strong. I'm just not. I'm not strong enough to have like I would love to be like, oh, yo, like everybody should have their own show. It's literally like I don't do drugs, so this is just the drug, but it's not like a pill that makes my mom sad. It's like if she saw how much time my friend was like saw his screen time, he was like, it's 5 hours a day, and then he did the math, and it's literally 75 full hour or 75 full days in a year that you watched that you were on your phone.
Holy shit!
And that's 24 hours. So if you actually take it and you're only up for 16 of the hours, it's 108 days. So it's just like, and I've done screen time where it's just like, I thought it was just telling me I thought it was just telling me.
You the time.
I just thought it was telling me my favorite number. It was like 17. I was like, hell yeah. And I was like, oh God, what?
Yeah, for real.
Sometimes I bet you ever been on your phone so long that you're like, my head fucking kills.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. But I think my largest thing is I just listen to it, you know, like but I play video games though, so that's like it's just like I don't know. It's just like I have 2 different forms of media going at the same time, and they're both not good for me, you know. I like video. I don't even know if this. There's something to do with my hands mostly.
No, I was more saying like, is this even cool? Is this even good conversation anymore?
Oh,
like
no.
I'm interested in it, but I'm like, no one gives a fuck about what I'm even saying.
But no, that's just a haters will, man.
Who are haters? No one's even.
I have quite a bit.
You have quite a bit of haters.
Dude, fucking. It's not really quite a bit. It's just I have like a few in Austin, Texas, man. Dude, that Kill Tony shit destroyed me.
Oh.
I got on Kill Tony and like I walked,
That's what you.
back in that
I didn't know what
alley,
you're talking about.
Everything had changed, man.
People hate you because getting it.
Bro, well, it was just like people just don't look at me the same way anymore. Some people, at least. It's just.
I mean, it doesn't. You done stand up like how many times? Like a handful of times, right?
Well, like I'd say 50 around, probably.
Okay, that's not. But. And then you got to, I mean, I don't know. Maybe people are just upset. Like, who gives a shit? You had to go and kill Tony.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I was the first. You got to think about it from their perspective. I was the first person on stage at this new comedy club that everyone.
You got on. You were the first person on Kill Tony at the mothership.
At the mothership, yeah. So I completely understand why people are angry.
It says it doesn't make it's. You're dumb. Like it's dumb to be angry about. It's a random bucket pull. Yeah, and it's not like you got any. Did you get any opportunity from it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy nerve wracking, and then you're like, oh my God, and then like you're just lucky if like
it was like Burt.
You don't get
ripped me to Theo Vaughn because I was from a small town, you know, and that was it. That was the cool. That's the coolest thing that's happened to me in 13 years. So what?
What? Yeah, but what?
You're
I'm 19
here right now. I'm sitting on a.
What happened year 6? That was like
dude, year 6.
That bro. Beat that fucker. That's so stupid. Yo, in 13 years.
A 4-wheeler dog.
A ATV.
A Kawasaki. And
do you have siblings?
He cut it a figure 8 out on this little field we got, and we just.
You ripped 4-wheelers? I never did that, but that always seemed cool to me.
Oh, dude, it was sick. No, my dad bought it because it was like one of the kid ones, you know.
So your dad bought it. Your adult dad bought a child. Was it for him or for you?
Me.
Oh, and I thought you just had like a.
I was fucking ripping that shit, and it was just a figure 8. But you know, whenever you're a kid, right? It's just like you think you're.
Did you ever get?
Mario Kart.
You ever get hurt?
First day I got it, like ironically, first time I got on it. This isn't ironic. I don't get why I said that. But I hit the pedal and then I flipped back and knocked my head on some concrete.
My friend, I never did any of those things, and they had a mini one. I think I was probably like 16 or 17, and immediately whiskey throttled and like got dragged like for like 10 feet. I got dragged with my feet like behind me, so it was like, "Ugh!" And then I just slammed in the ground, and I had to get up. Like he like literally just turned around. I was like, I got this, and then just immediately wiped out and slammed his bike into concrete.
It's way too much power.
I had to
for
get up all
children to
embarrassed.
Have, dog. Just a fucking a motor. Just a motor in general is way too powerful of a thing for a kid to have.
These kids are just on dirt bikes. I don't know. Just some parents just know like their kid's not gonna.
Exactly.
Us though, we had leashes. We legit like me and my brother is just like we would like I don't know what it was. You're like, yo, you don't want me to touch that, right? And then me and my brothers just be like. And like just run after it. My parents would be like we were Rottweilers.
Yeah.
You know what I see a lot because I go on the boardwalk? It's so sick to see like a hot girl that's small just have way too much dog. Just all the time that are just like.
Well, oftentimes she got that dog in her too.
I don't know what that means, Cole.
Bro, you know exactly what
you know what,
means.
Cole? No, I don't know. That's a fucking dumb thing to say.
Bro, if like they have if like a single woman has a dog, you know the stereotype.
I don't know the stereotype.
They're fucking. Do I really have to explain that?
They're fucking the dog, or just a lot of guys?
The dog is fucking them. That's like the.
That's a stereotype. That's a dumbest. Like, that is not a stereotype.
No, yeah, it is. But I think
you're gonna get more haters, dude, because you just keep making up. The town you're from might have that stereotype, but everywhere else, no one's like, "Yo, that girl's got a dog." The dog's having sex with her. Is that a thing?
No, it is. It totally
that can't be a thing.
You didn't go to high school 3 years ago.
I'm gonna add.
There were videos of this shit just.
You guys watching videos
airdropped around the damn lunch table, bro. You be trying
like
to
girls you went to school with.
Somebody sharing
I never ate ham and cheese.
Literal doggy style.
Ham and cheese was a lunch of the bitch ass.
Oh my bad,
dude.
But you get what I'm saying though. It was fucking. You can see how the connection can be made because. And especially like.
So when you were in high school, you guys would just say that girls who had like a girl who had a dog and no boyfriend would just.
Of course, bro. We were saying that fucking.
I think that just
we were saying that
you're making that sound
Asian people didn't smell, like just making shit up at the lunch table.
Like they didn't smell.
Yeah, like that. Like you can't. Like
or like they couldn't smell. Oh.
Like they don't.
That might be true
at all.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, exactly. We were just making shit up on the fly, man.
So but you can't.
But
yo, you can't say something you made up is a stereotype. A stereotype
is right.
That's a good energy. I appreciate that. But the fucking
No, I get what you're saying though.
What I'm saying is you can't say that's a stereotype. We made it up in fucking 5th, 9th grade. It's like no one knows who the fuck you guys are. Sorry, dude. I haven't consulted 9th graders in a while. Like, what are you talking about? You're just like, yo, that girls fuck dogs. Single girls fuck dogs. And every guy named Mike eats cock. You're like what? It's not a Mike specific thing, dude. You just knew one gay guy named Mike.
But like I think you can understand though.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Because
I said I was.
Dogs, right?
We weren't talking about that. There's no we involved.
That the ratio of smaller women to larger dogs, I think that kind of like the bigger the dog, the smaller the woman, like the more the chances kind of increase, dog.
Maybe I just think people just like big dogs. That's just maybe they just fucking had a big dog growing up and they were like, I want a big dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I want you to know there's nothing you can say to convince me to get me on your side on this big dog thing. What does it mean if you're a big girl with a tiny dog? You fuck it? Like what? I don't even understand. Like what is this? No, bro, that's stupid.
It kind of decreases, though. I feel like the chances.
It doesn't decrease or increase. There's nobody doing that. Girls don't get fucked by dogs. Girls get fucked by any guy they want.
All right, next episode we're wearing suits, and I'm printing out a spreadsheet.
You're printing a spreadsheet?
We're going.
You're gonna go straight to suits, but we're gonna still have your grandma's furniture and no mic stand. Don't buy a suit. Yeah, don't buy a suit. It probably will be your grandma's suit. It'll smell like it's been in a chest for fucking. It'll smell like it's been in a chest for 9 years, just mothball. That's why I can't. Yeah, old people clothes and Goodwill shit. I never like. I like the idea of thrift shopping because of that song, but like, everybody's just like, yo, check it. Yeah, you just got like this. You got like everybody like. the only time you ever see anything thrifted is like somebody bragging about this cool gem they got. Anytime I ever go in a thrift store, it's just like shirts that smell weird and they just are stained and not like I never found a sick shirt.
Dude, I go to
my friend dresses like a homeless guy.
Yeah,
He loves.
I go to school with this kid named Isaac, bro. The short Mexican kid, and he's like he's a
thrifter.
Yeah, he's a thrifter, but he like only buys the trash shit. So he shows up with
That's what most people thrifting is. It's just garbage hand-me-downs from strangers you don't know.
He shows up with a shirt with like holes in it that goes to it's like from some like dude's obscure painting company, and he's like, nah, bro, it's fire, bro.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't understand. Yeah. I don't understand. Some people are like these weird fucking people with no style. Like I hate. Like I don't think I have style or anything, but it does piss me off that there's like home, like you're like style is like homeless or like looks like you're like it's ironic, dude. I look like shit on purpose and it's cool. It's like your clothes has holes in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like bugs have been eating your wardrobe.
Yeah, there's a certain point you just gotta kind of draw the line, bro. I had this one cat I went to high school with. He used to wear this he would dress like complete garbage and like just be wearing like the same Old Navy clothes he'd been rocking since like 8th grade. But in like 10th grade, he kind of evolved and he adopted this jacket that it just kind of had like this like old like carpet floral pattern. I think he found it in the women's section at Goodwill. But he would rock that on top of the Old Navy shit, and it was like he fixed it, you know? He
just didn't. Some kids, yeah, but okay. Some kids are poor though. Like I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna shit on this poor kid, you know. I'm talking about people who are just like they buy mad clothes, but it's all like from Goodwill. It's like, dude, just buy one shirt. Like buy one regular like.
Yeah, you end up spending like $40.
I have to shit on those people right away because I need to know if it's like, do you actually like that shit or do you think I like that shit? Because I need you to know I hate everything about you right now. None of your shit fits. It all looks like it's been in the sun forever and faded, like this weird color that doesn't exist.
No, I have terrible style, man. I just pull like musician shirts out of a drawer.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Like if you have like style, no style. I just don't like it when people who I'm like, am I like I'm.
They're
you like no. You think you look sick, and I'm like, am I wrong? Like, am I so? You look like shit. I think, but like, am I? Do I not know?
Am I
like
just
what?
an idiot?
It's like it's like that modern art stuff. It's like who the fuck is buying this? It's like can't. I don't like seeing stuff that I'm like I could do that. That's not impressive.
Yeah, I guess it kind of just goes back to the whole thing like it's where like you kind of just have to shut the fuck up and be like, okay, but like I didn't come up with that, you know. Like I could, but I didn't.
Too many people just think they're like artists.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, I go on Instagram and there'll just be some regular fucking person that I know, and they're just like, they just like, dude, like, why are you posing?
Bro, I went to high school with you and you did not say one word.
That's weird. I don't. It's like what? Like, and then they'll write like iconic, and you're like, no one knows you. Like, what are you? You aren't iconic. Yeah. To be iconic, you got to be an
pre-cal senior year, dog.
Hey, everybody you're like you got like 1 year probably until everybody you went to high school with just like, yo, bro, we're starting a T-shirt. We're a clothing company.
Oh yeah.
I got my own. Everybody I went to school with, so many kids, like every grade just has like some kids making a clothing company, and they're just picking up like. They're just doing like what they saw like PacSun or like something Kanye did. Like everybody just thinks they're like bro, like we design shirts for people, and you're like, what do you think shirt?
He listens to or pays attention to Playboy Cardi too much. And like,
that's what that's what I'm saying. Everybody's doing the same. It's just they like some guy who does music, and then they're just like, yo, we're doing a clothing brand, and it's never a clothing brand.
If he wore this shit,
it's never a clothing. It's just like. They just took some vague word that sounds cool, and then they just stamp it on a shirt.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yo, united forever. It's united or whatever the fuck. Like, it's always like leverage or like some vague word that you don't use often. That's just like, yo, join my loyalty, young kings, dirty Dirty Dozens. Just
this
like
is the last like secret episode, so I can talk about this kid. But now he's starting like a.
What's a secret episode?
Oh, it's just an unlisted episode. It's like a practice episode. You're the last practice episode.
I'm a practice episode?
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
That's devastating. What the fuck did I make time for this for, dude? Why couldn't?
It's just fun to talk, man.
That's what we did. We could have just talked on the phone.
No. You're helping contribute to the podcast, and I'm supposed to say that I appreciate you after this is over.
That's so gay.
But anyway, so this kid now he's starting like he's starting like a makeshift tech company, right? And he's like, man, I'm gonna be designing websites and providing a online marketplace. But like the way he says it just sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Some
So,
kid
like,
I know,
this kid's already getting into a pyramid scheme. Like, dude, that's supposed to be a few years into a failed business, not like you're not.
I don't
supposed
know.
to
Get it
start
out of the
off
way
with that.
early, dude.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
my cousin knew a kid that was just like, yo, he was like, what the fuck did he was like, yo, you're in IT, right? And he was like, yeah, why? He's like, you know any engineers? I'm pretty sure I got an idea on how to make cars that run on, I don't know what it was like on air or whatever the hell. Like it was some kid that he was like, he knows to be like legit stupid. And there's like, and then he was like, yeah, bro, yo, I got this car idea. It runs on thoughts. And then you're like, he's like, oh yeah, how's it work? And then he was like, it's hard to show without blueprints. And then just never talk to him again. It's just like this weird, like everybody's like
Definitely had an idea
yeah.
that
I mean,
was
just
so
so clearly on drugs. It just makes no
Yeah.
sense. Like, what are you on about?
Yeah, dude. So yeah, some people smoke weed, and like I've noticed a lot of comics smoke weed, and then they just think shit is like so much funnier than it is, but they don't realize that it's just not funny at all. But I think some people smoke weed, and like they want to be engineers so bad, similar to how they want to be comics so bad. They want to be engineers so bad that they smoke weed, and then they just start having these like stupid ass ideas.
People just think they're. I don't know. There's a weird spot where like if you're like you're like dumb, and there's like the threshold of dumb, and you're like there's some people who are so dumb they just like drool and they're just like happy, but then there's other people who get like so dumb they start thinking they're just like there's like this weird they think they're geniuses. And it's like the hardest people to interact with, like a stupid guy that thinks he's mad smart.
Oh,
I'm
right,
pretty sure
right. Oh,
I'm close to that. Like I think I'm really starting to realize that I thought I was way smarter than I was, and I'm a fucking idiot. I was like, dude, I'm dumb as shit, and I'm not. And then the other thing, I'm not good at anything.
Dude, I had a friend back in my hometown that he thought that he thought that if he built a pyramid and made it into a greenhouse, like he could grow cucumbers the size of my arm, is what he was telling me. And he was 100% like behind the science of it. And he
I
was
wouldn't.
talking
Well,
to me about some dude he saw on
that's the thing.
TikTok.
That's the thing, though. You like, why would I? Why I wouldn't even if I was smart, I wouldn't even tell you about that.
Yeah, right.
Why would I try and convince you? You don't know fucking anything about cucumbers or pyramids. Why am I like, why would I explain that to you? Like Elon Musk isn't going up to people and being like, yo, is PayPal? It's like, and you're like, what the fuck's pay? Like, no, he was just like, dude, I know it's going to work. I'm going to go do it. And you're like,
right.
Anybody smart's not telling anybody what they're doing. They're like,
Yeah, exactly.
like they already did it. And then they're like, I have it. I built it. It's not like, bro, like what if it was like cucumbers, but they also were like your dad's friend? You know? What?
Cucumbers that talk to you.
Yo,
man.
what if we glue googly eyes on it and sell them as therapy?
All the hoes gonna be crazy
Yeah,
for this one, bro.
we'll sell them as therapy vegetables.
Yeah. Right, dog. You gotta get a note to move them into your apartment, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I just grew up with some wild ass people. That guy in particular, though, he was just fucking different, man. He had a crazy ass dog too. The dog. That's actually kind of why I stopped hanging out with him. The dog would just attack me so much, man.
How long is this episode?
Oh, it's an hour.
How long have we been talking?
We're chilling at about 50 right now.
Okay. I'll tell one story about the since this is a private episode that is a waste of fucking time. No, I'm just kidding. The this was
100% is. I'm not gonna disagree.
no, it's fine. But
I'll have you back on for a real one, by the way.
What's gonna change?
It's just me practicing, man. I'm just trying to get better with it.
Yeah, but
you're fucking carrying this like massively.
You should clip it. You should clip it up, dude. I needed that water, I guess. No, I woke up way too early. So in school, I was trying to think of weird people in school, but like, I'm not like, I don't like. because I'll especially in the world of comedy, like just because I like work out and have like a haircut, it's like so far. People are like, "What do you like?" They're like, "What are you, George Clooney?"
Yeah, dude. Whenever
Like,
I
what
first
are you?
met you, people were roasting you by calling you Adam Levine.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
not a roast.
I was just like, well, it's also like when you're like, if you have if I'm so lucky that I'm like, I know I'm just like, first off, if anybody says you look like you're the ugly version of that guy, the only time it ever fucking mattered to me, I was like, dude, don't. I know I'm not like you're ugly, less talented. This guy, like, don't ever tell me. The people who are like, I look like Adam Levine. It's like, dude, you don't look. You look like weird Adam Levine. You know who looks like Adam Levine? Adam Levine. Like you look like ugly Adam. Like it's not a good thing. Someone told me once though that I look like Quentin Tarantino, and I was like, fuck, dude, that it hurt. And I was like, I can see it kind of too. But Quentin Tarantino is ugly as shit, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't really say. I've been told I look like Quentin Tarantino, partially.
I'll say that I can see it in me. Whoever said that to you is a fucking probably.
Lying.
They know how to grow big ass cucumbers or whatever the hell.
Man, whenever I start talking about movies, though, I start talking like them, though, man. Like, whenever I hit a movie phase and I watch like.
Do you find yourself doing that, like mimicking people you like?
100%, 100.
I never. Jovin's always worried about, like, being. Just like, oh, I don't want to listen to anybody because I don't want them to like.
No,
I never had any of that stuff. I just am like, I like watching like the past that, because it's always there's a lot of overlap. So you're like, all right, if everybody's always doing that, like that's what I watch. I've watched so much more stand up than like Jovin's never watched stand up. Like Jovin never watches. I'm like, dude,
oh damn.
Think about any great director. They're like. Their thing was watching directors. Yeah. It's like everybody. They're like my fate. Like I had so many, and he's just like, no, fuck that. And I kind of like that. I like that he does that just because it's so dumb to me. Like, it makes no sense that I'm like maybe he's on to something. Because like
he's very funny. I wasn't gonna say comedic genius, don't worry. But Joven is very very fucking funny.
Jovin's funny. Joven just needs to figure out how he's funny. Yeah. He's so like he's just.
Other people gotta figure it out before him. Bro.
Well, everybody. Well, no, Joven knows he's funny. Like I met Joven when he was, we're both from Albany. He was a year in, and then, or maybe even less than that. But he was just going on stage and doing puns. And then he'd come off stage and be like, yeah, one time we had to go on a Joven's biggest problem is that every story sounds like every story that he's not trying to tell as a joke sounds like a lie. And it just is like, I'll dead ass call my sister. And like, like he'll be like there's no joke about it. Joven's from the boonies. When he was going to school, he said there was this they went to like a farm and they just handed you the guts of a sheep. And then he said one kid started jumping rope with it. And he was like, bro, my sister was there. Like, what are you talking about? It was like, that's the grossest thing I ever heard in my life. That happened? I was like, yeah. And then I was like, why don't you ever talk about that? He's like, that's hack. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
No, it's not. It's funny.
And then
there's a difference between being a hack and
well, he'll just say, I'm like, what? You got to figure out how to tell these stories. And then I'll go tell it and be like, that sucked. But it's like, he'll add like a little detail that like makes it a lie. I'm like, just tell the story you told me. It's like it's fucking insane. Joven would steal. There's this place called Stewart's. It's like 7-Elevens all over the country. Stewart's is like just in New York, like just the Northeast kind of area. It's like a big ass convenience store type shit. Mm-hmm. Joven's parents are both lawyers.
Oh yeah.
Joven's parents are both lawyers. But they're like cool as shit. They lived in like a trailer, and then we're like, we gotta get our shit together. And then they're the nicest people. I went over there for Thanksgiving one. They're so sick. But you would never guess that you would be like, what the fuck are these people that raised? And then you're like, oh my god, they just let him do whatever he wants, and they're like, they're hopeful that he just has, and he's so independent, but. Mm-hmm. Joven me and him love drill music, like New York, like aggressive rap music. And he'll be like, bro, I hit a lick. And then I'm like, what? And then he's just like, yo, I said I had 2 meatballs. And then he opens up, he's got like 9 meatballs. Like he stole meatball. Like they would have this thing, and it's just a trust system because a guy gets $11 an hour and he's not going to fight you over saucy balls. Exactly. And then Joven's like, yo, I hit a fucking lick on Stewart's today. And it's all meatballs. But, the thing that I was gonna say before I go, there was a weird kid. Because I don't like I already look like a douche, so I'm not like making fun of people that are like I never got making fun of people who were like, who looked already like life was making fun of them. Like they were just rough. Like shit was rough. They're already weird. Like there were kids in my school that ran like Naruto, like anime shit. Yeah. And then people would be like, what a weird. I'm like, obviously he's a fucking weirdo. I'm not going to tell him. He's like, there was a kid that would at the YMCA, he would go to the gym where athletes were practicing basketball because they thought they were going to the NBA, even though they were 5'7" and sucked. Yeah. But so like they're just as annoying. Like that's so like a kid that doesn't really practice, but like watches like a Kobe like. He's like, yo, we got to put the work in. Like he'll like takes a picture flexing, and it's like you practice once this month, and you're like you put like 30 minutes in, and you're like have some Kobe Bryant tweet. It's like Kobe would hate you, but like that's equally as annoying. But like it's not as acceptable as this kid that would go and he would go in the gym, he would blindfold himself. And then run at the wall and run on the wall, like, and we'd be like, "Yo, what are you?" And one time I was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And he was like. It's like I'm playing ninja, and then just fucking kept doing it. I was like, that's kind of sick.
They reach a certain point where you.
Well, at some point you like if your kid starts to be like that, you got to crank out another kid because you got to have someone who like has to love him. Be like, yo, you're you're being fucking weird, dude. Yeah. Like that's why I'm glad I have brothers because anytime if you're anybody that didn't have siblings is just like. Anything like they never had that pressure that they might get caught by other people that I was gonna tell everyone. Yeah. You're just like if you're just like keep my piss in a salsa jar. You're like
you need that base like homophobia just to like knock you back.
Dude, one time I peed in a jar and left it in my I think I peed in a milk jug. And I left it in my room. My brother was like, yo, he's got a piss jug in his room. And I was just like, but like if you're an only child, no one finds that. And then you just grow up as an adult with an apartment with your grandma's furniture and you got a bunch of, and you just have piss jugs in the closet. And you're like, I'm saving them. I don't know why yet.
Check that door behind you.
God hasn't told me what I need to do with them yet. I haven't even told the fucking thing about this kid. Okay.
Keep going.
It's okay. This is the last thing and we'll be done. This kid. I went to school. There was these kids called the Housers. Well, they weren't called. That was their fucking name. Their last name were Housers. I don't feel bad, even though this isn't going anywhere about the name.
Worry, no.
These kids were all like, I don't know if it's true, but like, you know how you say something like you were saying with the girls fucking dogs.
Yeah.
Inbreed, like these people are inbred. But like, you ever see Hills Have Eyes? All those people fuck each other in the May. They're just like this. They're just like. I don't want to be mean. They literally were all like all of them were siblings. They're all disabled, and they like make out in the lunchroom and shit. Like they were all like fucked up. They were all like we're like are they like we?
It's already on the ground.
No, we weren't. This isn't what the story's about. There was just I'm just saying that was the type of people that's the character in the story. One of them's the youngest one. And I'm in like 7th grade, and I'm walking my home ec class, and I was being friendly. This kid is walking with like an aide, like a student aide. Mm-hmm. So like I don't know about your school, but like kids who were like slower would have like.
They had them.
But this kid wasn't like slow. Wheelchair like this kid was like a like he was not like. My dad would refer to him as not dealing with a full deck. Like he was just like fucking like obviously he's not normal, but I don't know that I don't know. I didn't get his blood, dude. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's wrong with him, but there's something not right with him. There's a book cart. A teacher's pushing textbooks, and we're walking opposite directions. He's with a teacher, and then he jukes out the book cart, like fucking steps to the side. The teacher's like, "What the fuck?" and shakes the book cart, and then spins around, and he fakes it, and then he's just like, "Yeah," like this stupid. Damn. It was so. I was like, "Yo, sick." I was with my friend. I was just like, "Yo, sick juke," just being like a bit of a dick, but also like that kid's gonna be pumped. I said that.
Yeah.
And like anytime you like any other time I've like hyped up kids with disabilities because they're always nice as fuck, and they're like you're like like I'm like and I'm pumped. I think it's so fun. It's like they're just pure nice. This kid, I go, "Yo, sick juke." This kid goes, "Shut up, homo, retard, faggot." And I was like, "Oh!" And my friend saw it, and I was just like, "Oh!" I didn't even know you could string those together, dude.
But he pieced it where it made sense, too.
Dude, he hit me with homo, retard, fag. I was like, dog, you're retarded. Like, what? Like, how dare you? I went from, like, I was, like, being charming, like a little 7th grader, like, mama told me to be nice to everyone. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Bro, where are you even on the spectrum
he
if you got
flamed
one of them
me.
calling you retarded?
Oh my god! I was like, should I just go where you're going? I was like, should I go? Yeah. Should I eat 10 a.m. pizza with you? What the fuck?
I love how you and Matt both brought out the F slur for the last few minutes of the
I got
episode,
called
man.
it by a disabled guy, so I think it's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. It cancels out. Right?
You want to hear another thing that's fucked up right before?
Keep going, dog.
The
Keep
last
going.
thing is
I'm here for
the last
3
thing.
hours.
I don't know if you had this. There was detention, which is after school. You're gonna be late home. But I played sports. I was always late home. Fucking athlete, big body. But I didn't play cool sports. I was not good at. I never I always just had this thing where I was like, "Yo, I'm fucking mad good." I never practiced anything, and I was like, "Why do they not think I'm getting better?" Like, I don't understand why. I was just
Where's that autistic kid hyping me
I don't
up?
know why I don't know why I didn't practice any sports I liked. So then you do what you do if you're like sort of athletic but aren't good enough to play a sport that people respect. Is you do track, and then I was fast. How the fuck? So I was saying I was saying that
Sucking your own dick.
I'm not even making any sense. I was just saying that I would be going to school later, but detention was scary if you got it because I was like, you have to make your parents, especially if you didn't play sports. My parents were used to pick me up, but if you got detention and you didn't, like the most terrifying thing ever, you got to make your dad pick you up because you missed the bus because you got detention.
Dude,
and because you got.
God.
And no one ever gets detention for a good reason. It's like, oh, I was talking and I swore in social studies, but there's a good reason. My dad would be like, are you an idiot?
No, this one time my dad, I was telling him, I was like, my mom's like, what do you want to tell your dad? And I was like, I was copying my friend's homework down, and then instantly he goes, you cheated on a test? That's word for word what I can't make that. He said that shit. I know exactly
and
what
you always wanted, you were cheating for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you were copying homework. But it also is like, it's annoying when it's
You
like.
don't get the narrative, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gaslighting you.
But it also is annoying when you're like, you probably were copying his homework.
Yeah. Right.
And he said you cheat on a test, and you're like, I am wrong, but you're not right either. Like I was cheating in a different way, asshole. I would never cheat on a test. You as the man of integrity, Dad. You think I'd bring that kind of energy into the exam? I just didn't feel like doing the homework.
Yeah.
So we had a system, you see. I copy everything, and he put his hard work down.
For real.
So that shit was terrifying. But the other thing, we had lunch detention, which was like less severe. Did you have that?
Yeah,
We had middle school lunch detention, which was just you don't go to the lunchroom. But I never thought about this till I was an adult. They would make like lunch. There was a room for disabled kids.
Yeah.
There was a room for disabled kids, and it had like you ever see like, I don't know if you ever had this. There was kids with like physical disabilities along with mental ones.
Mm-hmm. Right,
So there would be like things to like physical therapy type shit for helping, like motor skills type thing. There was tricycles and shit. Like every once in a while you look at the class and you're like, what the fuck? And there'd be like a disabled kid just on a tricycle like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And they were like, so there would be like all this like.
Over there, bro.
There'd be like all this horror equipment retard like storage closet, and I'm not joking. Like this sounds so bad. Like there'd be a disabled, like fucked up, like, and they would make you eat lunch detention in that room, and I was like, that's so fucked up. Like, yo, your punishment is gonna be to eat lunch with the disabled kids. It was like
that's just like a movie going on.
You're like it's like this weird. It was a bad. They didn't light it well. It's like how fucked up is this? The kids that need it most, you give the worst lighting to the weirdest room. It's got all this fucked up like not serial killer, but like it like
yeah, there's like the alphabet on the wall for
it's
some
like, but it's not right.
Yeah, bro, it's missing a few.
You're like,
letters.
yo, we have like 19
the T
R's.
dropped out a few.
So many R's.
Yeah.
It was rough, dude. There was like a tricycle on the wall. There was like balls of like that some kid chewed on for sure, and it would just be like everything was like in my head. It was sticky. I don't know if that was the reality of it, but goddamn.
MK Ultra for those kids. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out for this episode. It was awesome. I'm gonna end it now. Thank you.
All good, homie.
We up. That was a lot better than earlier. Goodbye.